Today on HakTip, we're checking out Pcapr, a social network for packet captures, and this episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Welcome to HakTip, the show where we break down concepts, tools, and techniques for hackers, gurus, and IT ninjas. I am Shannon Morris, and today we are checking out a free social network called Pcapr. Now, pcapr.net is a social networking site, or a social not working site. More on that in just a little bit, for folks who want to learn about networks and protocols through packet captures for Wireshark, TCP dump, etc., etc. Now, while the site has been around for quite some time, it's also very useful if you need to find an example of a specific packet capture. So you can sign up for free to view and upload your own packet captures. However, the pcap files are limited to 48 kilobytes or 500 packets per upload. So you have to keep that in mind, and the packets need to be captured in full. So what does that mean when somebody says a packet has to be captured in full? This can happen whenever Wireshark isn't capturing a packet in full and it tosses out an error like packet size limited during capture. So your actual packet size, the byte size, could be limited to less than the total bytes that were sent to you during that packet capture, which could arise depending on the network that you're capturing on and any kind of errors that are happening on that network. Also, all packet captures uploaded to pcapr.net, they are for public use, but you have to have an account to actually view them. So if your packet has sensitive material, you might not want to upload them in the first place, but if you do want to upload one with sensitive material, you can also upload it as a draft. So a draft on Pcapr will let you edit it before posting it publicly, and you can upload up to 5 private drafts per account on pcapr.net. Now, when I was testing out the site, I wasn't unable to upload any of my test pcap files under the limits, and I made sure I read them 10 times as far as what the limits are. And on a few occasions during my upload, the pcapr.net site told me that my session had expired and I had to log in again to retry. So for this review, I'm going to be relying on other publicly available packet captures to show you how they work. But first, a quick word from this episode's sponsor. Today, nearly anything is possible, and if we can dream it, teams can build it. So how do you bring everyone together to create what's next? My solution? Teaming up with Atlassian, the makers of collaboration software that lets teams work and communicate better together. You can assign, track, and manage tasks for any project no matter how complex. That's the clarity of Jira. Create and share content, organize results, and bring team members up to speed with the flexibility of Confluence. Instant message or video chat with your team from any device with the freedom of HipChat. And my favorite, testing, reviewing, and managing code in real time. That's the power of Bitbucket. You know that we do a lot of coding around here. I personally do because I love to learn how to code different programs. I use Bitbucket to share code snippets with my coworkers, and I get their feedback because I work with some pretty awesome people, so I can make better segments for you guys whenever I'm learning new coding languages. You can visit Atlassian.com to learn more and see how Jira, Confluence, HipChat, and Bitbucket give your team everything you need to organize, discuss, and complete shared work. Atlassian, helping teams everywhere team up to create what's next. Atlassian.com. We are back with pcapr.net. Now, I've gone ahead and logged in, and I'm in search for some kind of example packet captures that I can view and I can learn from. So from the main page, I can go ahead and click on a whole bunch of different options. I can click into a tag cloud, and this is going to show me any popular tags that are used for other uploads of packet captures. I can also click on protocols, and this will show me a tag cloud of all the popular protocols that are being used. HTTP, very popular, go figure. Then I can go over here and click on pcaps. Now this is going to give me a listing of all the popular, the recent, or the largest packet captures that have been uploaded by other users. You can also search for specific ones up here in the title bar, and of course if you have a URL to a direct one, well, I think that's kind of obvious. You just put it up in the bar at the top, of course. Moving on to the packets link, and this is going to give you a huge list of specific fields found in the packets of these capture files. So for example, I could go over to E, and if I want to specifically look for echo packet captures, echo data, I can choose a packet capture that has specific information about echo data packets, and then I can look for the packets that I'm interested in learning more about. Echo. So go ahead and find a packet capture that you're really interested in and open it up. I'm going to choose one under Apple. This one looks interesting. Now, as far as viewing it, you can either download it, and that's going to download the Pcapr file, or you can also open up the link and open up all the information in your browser. Now, this is probably obvious, but I love downloading my packet captures and opening them up in Wireshark to view because of the easy use and not having to wait for a packet to actually open up in your browser. So I like to use Wireshark, but if you want to use the browser, I'll go ahead and show you how to do that as well. So by clicking on the plus menu for any of these different packet captures, it's going to give you a little drop-down menu. Now this looks exactly like what you would find in Wireshark. So if I click over to Wireshark, it's the same exact menu as what you'll find down here in the second window. If you click on any of the blue links, such as Ethernet 2 right here, and then scroll down to the bottom, this is also going to show you all the byte data at the bottom. You can also view a stream of data if you click on Actions and choose, for example, Reassemble. And this will give me the responses and requests for that specific stream of data. I can also select specific data and choose just to see just this data after, or all before this data, all after, or a whole conversation of data. Sometimes clicking on that doesn't work. Or I can go back and I can choose to delete just this data, all before, all after, or conversation. So I'm looking at specifically what I need to find in this entire packet capture. Now all of those different changes that I just made, they're going to be viewable or I can download them, but you aren't changing the original upload file. So keep that in mind, nothing is changing on pcapr.net. Now all in all, I found Pcapr to be useful if you're just looking to publicize certain packet captures or if you need to just browse on your own time. But given the jankiness of the site, like I got logged out multiple times, I had problems uploading, and the action buttons did not always work for all the different packet captures that I was looking at, I wouldn't use it if I was in a time crunch. Now it is really fun to browse around the site. It's really fun to learn from other captures because it's nice that everybody has different kind of networks, so you get different kind of data from everyone, and it's really nice to look at those so you can learn more and more outside of your own network. But I got kind of annoyed with the whole never-ending session expired, log in again messages and notes, which would interrupt my research. Now let me know what you think, or send me alternatives to pcapr.net if you know of any. Of course, there is the Wireshark website where you can also find packet capture examples. You can send me a comment below, or you can email us tips@hak5.org. And be sure to check out our sister show, Hak5, for more great stuff just like this. And thank you to everybody who voted last week. And with that, I am Shannon Morse, reminding you to trust your technolust.